What is going on, YouTube? It's Dagreenshiz here. Happy Sunday. Hope you're doing well. I am going to recap the Gem Mint 10 collection, the auction that just happened through Heritage this weekend. Let's go through it. Basically, every single card in this auction is a 10. PSA, CGC, BGS, it doesn't matter. Every single card is a 10. Nothing below it, no 9s, no 9.5s, nothing. Every card's a 10, which is why this is a one of a kind auction that's never happened before that I've seen through Heritage or anything. So let's jump right into it. Off the rip, kind of just going to highlight some of the things and actually show two of the cards I purchased. There's not a whole lot of items. I think a total of only 220 items about sold in this auction. So right off the rip, you got a CGC 10 base set 2 Charizard selling for $4,320. The population for PSA 10s of those is pretty dang low. So seeing this CGC 10 sell for what is a decent price, I would say, I would almost say people with the base set 2s are asking more money than that, but not a bad sale altogether. Nidoking fell right in line, right around $5,700 on a PSA 10. Have not have not seen a Staff Evolutions Charizard sell in a while. This thing sold for $7,200, which is insane to me. Such a modern card, a Charizard is gonna sell for that high of a price. It's freaking nuts. You have the reverse foil Skyridge Charizard here, sold for $3,600. The Gold Star Mewtwo PSA 10 sold for $3,720. First edition Dragonite Fossil sold for $4,000. I thought this was a solid sale altogether. This is, I feel like I haven't seen one of those sell in an auction on these sites in a long time, so that was really cool to see. 1996 Basic Charizard sold for $3,400. I feel like that's not a bad buy. The English one, the counterpart sells for probably almost 10,000. So that's, I don't know, maybe that's a little cheap. You let me know down in the comments if that's something. A lot of like these are expensive cards. I think there are some cards that went a little bit cheaper. I actually bought a $100 card off of this auction, so some things definitely went cheaper. We got a Red Cheeks Pikachu first edition sold for $3,300. That is a solid sale. Mewtwo first edition Neo Destiny sold for $3,300. We're gonna skip over some of the Magic stuff because I don't keep up with it. $3,000 for the Shadowless Mewtwo. A regular pre-release Charizard sold for $2,800. So just literally adding the staff stamp on there literally adds $5,000 onto that freaking card. Of course, no auction is a regular auction without a Charizard, a Poncho Pikachu. This thing sold for $2,600. Really cool to see. Love seeing a base set Blastoise sell for $2,200. That's so cool. You do not see there's so many stuff inside of this auction you don't see go for sale, like a PSA 10 Lapras first edition. Like the population on those is pretty low. Of course, it's got a black label. Shine. It's Champions Path Charizard, $2,000. Staying strong, dude. Staying strong at 10,000 Dragon. This was the first ever printing of this type of Starlight rarity. There was so much CGC 10 Skyridge cards, and they did not disappoint. They sold pretty nice. This sold for $1,600. The Houndoom. I want to say the PSA 10 is probably a similar price, maybe even a little bit more actually, because I know it's one of the tougher ones to grade with a light hollow foil with the print lines. Shadowless Zapdos sold for $1,500. I'll let you guess who ended up buying that one. Here's a Legend of Blue Eyes PSA 10 for the same price. PSA 10 right arm of the Forbidden One. So one piece of Exodia is the same price as the Shadowless Zapdos. That's pretty cool to see. And also the same price as Gyarados. So it looks like these are filtered. I didn't even notice that they're filtered top down. So we're down to the 1300 now. We got a Trihorn Dragon first edition PSA 10, not bad. Shining Steelix PSA 10 sold for 1300. I was shocked by Lass. Is this really selling for $1,200 or did that just go really well? That seemed pretty dang good. Asian English Blue Eyes, not something I would buy. Sold for 1,200 here. Um, yeah, for me, that's not one of the not something I'd purchase myself. Another black label. It's got to be extremely rare. Probably pop one for sure. Black label VMAX Charizard Darkness Ablaze. Nobody's ever seen that card before. Really like the. I love this Charizard. It's definitely not everybody's favorite. This is coming from the Arceus set. Really platinum Arceus, I should say. $1,100 for this card in a black label. Could imagine what the population on this thing is. I wish they said it in their description. I gotta check it. I feel like they would avoid mentioning the population of this card. BGS has graded 6,400 copies. 6,400 of these have been graded by BGS. That's insane. 66 black labels. 66. That's for me, that's a lot. That's a lot of black labels. 66. And that card sold for $1,100. Another CGC 10 Skyridge Alakazam, a beautiful card. None of these were perfects. They were all pristine 10s, but literally you could have got at least half of the Skyridge set in pristine 10 if you really wanted to in this auction because they were there for sale. Down to some Yu-Gi-Oh cards. The original Mystical Elf PSA 10 sold for $960 right next to the Curse of Dragon from the same set. Same rarity, makes sense. I'm kind of shocked. Mystical Elf usually does a little bit better than Curse of Dragon. Both very prevalent in the anime. Of course, Vaporeon here, sitting CGC 10. Looks really good with that slab, though. With a gold and blue, it matches very well. That looks really good. This Mew I did not know is $960 in a PSA 10 until right now. That's pretty impressive. I sat through most of this auction, and it was really cool. Just seeing the mashup of all the different TCGs and the 10s, it was really cool to see. Celtic Guardian, fan favorite, in a 10 for $900 after the buyer's premium. So the red cheek sold for $3,000. This one sold for $900. The yellow cheeks, first edition Pikachu, literally a third of the price. Articuno, $900 in a CGC pristine 10. They seem to all have got hit on the corners. A handful of these. Scott, this is a reverse foil Charizard PSA 10 sold for $780. This is a beautiful Arcanine. A beautiful Arcanine for $840. CGC pristine 10. There's a lot of English pristine 10s in this auction. This is $750. I find that extremely hard to believe. Is it really? Wow. I feel like it's pretty common and really easy to grade. But I don't know the population on them. I don't feel like clicking on it to find out right now. Charmander and Squirtle both sold for $720. Not bad, not bad. Pristine 10. Hidden Fates Charizard sold for $720. Man, I feel like I haven't seen one of those sell in a while, but I definitely don't ever search that thing on eBay. Ever. CD promo sold for $720. I think this is a... No, it's a pristine. Was there any perfects? I don't know if there was any perfects in this auction. Non-hollow Dark Charizard PSA 10 full sold for $630. Not something I'd want to buy. A non-hollow Zard for $630. Yowzer. Can't do it. I couldn't bring myself to do it. This is pretty solid. Pristine 10 reverse Blastoise, $576. Umbreon, if I had the choice between the two, this thing is way more liquid. This Umbreon would be like gasoline compared to this Blastoise. Trying to get somebody to buy this would not be that easy. Here's a first edition Kaiba Evolution starter deck. That's what that is. A BGS 10 Charizard. So this one's kind of cool. This non-holo Zard at least is a Versus Series, not too common at all, and it's a BGS 10. Pretty cool. This one I would value way more than the Dark Charizard myself. Wasn't there another non-holo? Maybe I'm tripping. I was just thinking the reverse. I was thinking, yeah, I would take the Versus series over that Dark Charizard all day of the week. Asian English, you're killing me. PSA 10, 540, not a bad sale. It's like like this card in regular English, insane. Asian English, man. It's let me tell you, it's there might be a play there because the cards look merely identical in the front. So right, so it's really cool. The only difference in the back, it's got the different logo. So pretty cool cards, very interesting. $500 for the Dragonite Game Boy promo, not bad. Same price as a Wigglytuff. It's always interesting to see like all these cards that are going for the same prices, like three completely different cards. A CGC 10 Wigglytuff, PSA 10 Charizard VMAX from Shining Fates, and a Game Boy promo Dragonite. Like, which one would you rather have? It's really weird. It's literally three different, completely different cards. I believe there was a handful of Legendary Collection reverses in here, or I'm mixing it up. So, like this, I would rather have this over the first edition non-holo English PSA 10. This is at least a holographic. This for me would definitely ride above the non-holo. I feel like that might have been oversold. I don't recall that price, but it seems high. That 600 something price mark. Another Poliwrath, 430 for a pristine 10. Pretty cool. Pretty cool card. Raichu. So this, yeah. So I got some mail days coming here soon. Really looking forward to it. So these are about the average sale, $400 to $300 for some of these PSA 10s. There's a pristine 10 sold for $420. Those of you that care, this is a Dragon Ball Super. Not too familiar with this game at all, but it kind of looks like Weiss with the damage down in the bottom left. Just now noticing the similarities, but this is a Charizard non-holo CGC 10 for $400. Yeah, that's not something on my list. Like, I'd rather have this Nidoqueen or the Magneton all day. Both of these are freaking awesome arts. This one had a fat swirl on it, too. A couple more Legendary Collection reverses. They popped off on this. There are so many of them. Luke Skywalker sold for $372. Aquapolis PSA 10 Nidoking. Love this art. $360. Not too shabby. $360 for the Kabutops. We're getting to some of the lower end, I call it, but it's sub $400 items after the buyer's premium. Some really cool cards. A Pidgeot from EX Fire Red Leaf Green sold for literally $300 basically. $288. $288. Chonkachu, baby. Chonkachu. Doing us proud. Doing us proud from Vivid Voltage. Still standing strong at $288. That's the chase card from the set. Reverse XY Evolutions. Let's go. Let's go. $276. I can't believe it's that high. I need to go through my binder set. For whatever reason, I've kept a binder set of that I purchased from a collection way back 3 years ago or whatever it is. Getting close to my $100 card. Here's a Vivid Voltage. Recently, I also saw are they bringing staff promos back? I saw a picture of of what I believe was another staff promo card coming out. PSA 10 1996 basic Japanese. Beautiful Raichu for $250. Some more PSA and CGC 10s. The TV Reporter Reverse. Only released in Europe. $240. Not a bad buy. That's not a bad buy right there. Somebody's going to do well with that. This is a perfect 10. Perfect 10 Bulbasaur. $200 from Japanese Basic. Wizard Stamp PSA 10. This is pretty slick. I feel like this is not a bad purchase at $210. The PSA 9. Actually, the CGC 9 is like 75 to 80. So this probably was a sleeper. The Sparkle PSA 10s though, that's a pretty good deal. $216. I actually just offered somebody, not going to mention any names, offered a Shadowless PSA 10 Zapdos for a Sparkle Zapdos and was declined. So that should say something. And this one just sold for $216, but it's not a Zapdos. It's a Pidgeot. Love this freaking Venusaur, the Dark Venusaur. The really faded 10 though, compared to like this Hitmonchan. Interesting. I don't know if I've seen one that faded. Like all things that go through different inks, and this one itself, like this Ralts, is like super dark compared to even this Hitmonchan. Base Unlimited Charmander 159 full send. Erica's Ivysaur PSA 10 from Gym Challenge 159. Solid. This is not a bad buy. Pristine 10 Ancient Urgolem First Edition 149. Ultra rare from the Lost Millennium, man. That's tough to come by. That's for sure. First edition Legacy Edition. So this is the packs I just opened. I just opened these packs yesterday, and as you see it right here, $140 for one PSA 10 pack. It costs $50 to grade a pack right now, I believe. So you're gambling. If you get a 9 on a pack, you're probably gonna get hurt a little bit. Like this, $124 for Lieutenant Surge's Pikachu Gym Challenge. How many Pikachus came out before this one? Base, Jungle, not Fossil. Too much math. Probably three or four, and then the Gym Challenge included. If you include like I don't know, that's crazy to me. That's expensive. $114 for the Fronic Guardian pack. That is not a bad buy. I didn't even realize that one. I must have missed it. I wasn't sitting down watching this live. That's pretty cool. And I absolutely love how freaking cheap these Japanese legendary dogs are compared to the English counterparts, because the art's the same. Extremely cheap. $119 for the PSA 10 on the Raikou. Blaine's Arcanine Pristine 10. Freaking beautiful card. $114. Same price as a Rayquaza VMAX Climax, bro. Blaine's Arcanine and a Rayquaza V from VMAX Climax are the same price in the same freaking grade. Where are we at? That's insane. So the pickup of the day for me, I purchased this Victory Dragon. This Victory Dragon came from this Shonen Jump magazine. I believe this was for issue 1. So the first issue, and this is pretty much the first card where when this card reduces your opponent's life points to 0, you automatically win the match. Never really ever saw play. Pretty cool effect. Tough to grade. Pop 22 in a PSA 10. So this was a no-brainer for me at $100. Ancient Sanctuary PSA 10 back for $84. Steal. Missed out on that one. Evolution's Pikachu PSA 10 reverse. $89. Man, there was some cool stuff. Decent prices on a bunch of this stuff. I hope they do one of these auctions again. Like, you got modern cards. There, as you saw, there was tons of modern cards splashed throughout this. This is something I really hope they continue with, at least quarterly, in addition to their signature auctions. The signatures have a lot more booster boxes and stuff like that. So, again, this was awesome. Keep it up, Heritage. Y'all have a good one. Hit the like button. Hit the sub button. Peace.